we're back. This is Elliot and Jose coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois on the Comic Culture Warrior video channel. We've had one stellar review, one
stellar review that kind of rambled on.
That rambled, right. No, I'm saying the book was stellar is what it is.
Right, it wasn't a stellar review.
The other review made more sense, but it was for a book that was kind of meh. Let's put together another stellar review because...
Oh, all right.
Wow. A book that we've just been loving, and that I know a lot of you guys have been saying you can't find it right now.
Well, this week, Chew number 3 came out, and the third printing in number 1 came out, and the second printing number 2 came out.
So you were able to get caught up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And
no more excuses, people.
This was yet another solid book, and I
actually like this issue better than the second one.
Than the second one?
Yeah.
Well, it was funny, too, because I had spoken with Rob Guillory in San Diego, and he was talking about how the scripts to 1 and 2, John Layman had already written before he even met Rob. Mm-hmm. So beyond that, it was stuff... Layman was now writing more towards Rob Guillory's strengths and stuff, and you can see that the tone in this book changes a little bit with the way the book is put together, the framing sequences that are in the book, and just overall, and there's more humor in this one too than I think in the first two. The first two are a little darker, a little gruesome. Well, don't get me wrong. This book does open with
opens, and then in the middle there's tons, and then it ends with just vomiting.
Vomiting.
So if you love vomiting and books about vomiting, you're gonna love this issue.
We get to meet.
Well, we already met her, but we didn't really know anything about her.
Yeah, Amelia Mintz, Tony Chu's new love interest, and where Tony Chu has the ability to taste everything that food he has sampled, what it's been through from its production. Amelia has the ability to write reviews or just writes a description in general that when you read it, you taste exactly what that was.
Yeah, she has the ability to explain things so well when it comes to food that you actually taste.
You actually taste it. Not like you can imagine. I mean, you actually taste it. Like if...
Right, and so it opens up where you don't know kind of what's going on, and then you find out that she's actually been writing bad reviews about restaurants.
Just to get people really sick. Just to make people sick.
Like just to go into the worst restaurants on purpose to write reviews about their awful food to make people throw up on themselves.
And there's a scene where everybody who's reading a review in the city is just vomiting. It's that bad. And it's hilarious.
This is an awesome issue, man. I love the fact that now you have, not only is Tony Chu, has he, like, after seeing her at a couple of restaurants in the first 2 issues, he's very enamored with her. Now you have this character that perfectly complements the problem that Chu has with food.
With food, right. Because Tony now can read one of her reviews about something that she loved, and he can experience everything about eating that particular food without any of the side effects.
Exactly.
So, of course, she's going to love her. Because, yes, you're right. She complements him perfectly. And what amazes me, too, and this just goes to speak towards John Layman's creativity, how you come up with all these interesting powers, all these interesting abilities. Mm-hmm. You know, that is, you know, it never would have occurred to me to create that kind of power. You know, and to study and to deal with the ramifications of that, what having that particular power would be like. And of course, in the crazy world of Chu, the FDA is like, you know, reigns supreme. And I love there's a scene where, well, Chu's boss tells him to go down to the newspaper and tell her that she's fired or get her fired or arrest her or whatever, because his boss, being a prick, as he says several times in the book, vomits from reading one of her reviews. So he goes down, this is the funniest line to me in the book, goes down to the newspaper to talk to her. There's a long line of people waiting to go up and speak to her. And he's on his cell phone. He goes, well, I'm waiting in line right now to go see her. And Mason goes, you're FDA. You don't wait in line. Yeah, in the world of Chu, the FDA pretty much has their way. So this is a great book. It's a solid book. Again, we've talked it up a lot. There is a wonderful kind of like Quentin Tarantino, John Woo-esque scene near the end where, yet again, never would have occurred to me for Amelia to use her power the way that she does to get Tony out of the situation he's in. And then, of course, just show it. It's
but he's in love. But
he's in love.
Tell
you, he does. The fact that he's being vomited on right now is bliss to him. It's just bliss. You need to read this book.
Yes, you do.
You need to read this book. Even though I want to punch John Layman in the face. I mean, and the next time I see him, I'm going to punch him in the mush. I am. And he knows why. He knows why. Son of a bitch. All right. When we come back, we'll have some more to talk about. We'll see you then.